My name is Kevin, and I am a senior SEO strategist with a large agency. We are approximately 250 employees, and today I'm reviewing Screaming Frog SEO Spider tool, which I would give 5 stars. So prior to using Screaming Frog, we have used a number of different tools. The challenge with that is generally they're high level. They're not doing data and rendering diagnostics, which Screaming Frog allowed us to do. So it really gets into the depth of the types of technical issues that arise in SEO and allows us to isolate specific issues. Screaming Frog was the obvious choice because of the technical nature of the work that we do. It allows us to render pages in a number of different formats, meaning we can actually simulate the way that a website is evaluated pretty much in the same manner that an algorithm like Google or Bing would do. The second piece that made Screaming Frog a clear decision was the ability to do data-based extractions from the crawl data, meaning we could isolate specific elements inside of the page results and just isolate and extract those specific pieces of data, really speeding up the process of diagnosing web issues. And the final piece is when you're working with international websites that manage a lot of languages, Screaming Frog allowed us to isolate or simply crawl a language variant at a time. This is very challenging using more enterprise tools. So that for us was a huge win in choosing the Screaming Frog platform. Starting off with Screaming Frog has a bit of a learning curve just because there's a lot of functionality. What I would suggest though is that if you are familiar with, if you're experienced in doing SEO, particularly technical SEO, that learning curve will be relatively simple as you begin to explore all the different functions. There's a lot of menus, so you can start broad and then isolate very quickly specific tasks and extracting just itemized data sets that ultimately are going to make your job a lot easier to do. So if you're considering Screaming Frog as an option, I would strongly suggest that you download an evaluation copy and get accustomed to the way that it is able to crawl and then dissect or slice your different data sets in order to produce very specific results. For us, Screaming Frog has really become the all-encompassing tools when we're trying to diagnose specific elements. And so I would say get your hands wet and pull some of those types of reports, understand the level of data definition that you can get, and it should be a pretty easy decision process at that point. We really consider it the Swiss Army knife of SEO, and I'm sure you will too.